Everybody to my chess stream here on lichess and Twitch. We're gonna hold the Sparklehorse / Panda arena, and it's gonna be 5+2 Blitz casual here. I just got a message from someone that says, when will you stream again? We're streaming now as you're sending the message, Fluke GM. Would like to play a game. Well, hopefully you can get a game against me. If you join the tournament, I can't guarantee, you're going to get to play me. But we're just starting live here with the 5+2 casual Panda / Sparklehorse arena. Okay, guys, remember, play fair and don't forget to throw the H pawn. Yeah, there's... Hello. Rat. No rats here. What's up, guys? Welcome everybody to my chess stream. It's International Master William Paschall. Not only handsome, but funny and good at chess too. No, I'm just kidding. We're all ego. It's all ego here. It's like the United Nations. So Fluke GM just sent me that message, ironically, just as I start streaming. Welcome everybody. Good luck, and we're going to be starting the tournament in like 13 minutes. I've got, let's see, 8 players thus far. We hopefully can get up to something like 40 or 50 players in the Blitz casual arena. Welcome everybody to the stream. Are we up and running? It looks good. No comments so far. Move 11 was in here a little while ago, but he normally doesn't play in our Blitz tournaments. We've got Scobell Morales, 2 subscribers in the lineup there. At the 4 and 5 places. Welcome everyone. Got a little bit of lag. Everyone. Alright, how's our lag doing? It's been kind of shaky lately. We got a ping of 115. My computer seems to be, it's the CPU, not my actually internet connection. That's the problem. Alright. We need a bigger computer. We need a more powerful machine. Right now, it doesn't look too bad. Says who doesn't? Says Two Shark. You're referring to what I just said? That was like no delay at all. Roast Beef, what's up? Thank you for subscribing. Move 11, thanks for subscribing, and also thank you for subscribing to Morales and Scobell, who I know are for a fact subscribers. Mr. Coffee can't stay or play, but hope everyone has an enjoyable event arena today. Mr. Coffee is at lunch. He's his own supervisor, so he has to stay honest, because if he's not honest, then who is? Right, Mr. Coffee? When you're a supervisor, you have to set a good example. Playing chess on work time is not setting a good example. So, Mr. Coffee, feel free to stop by for our evening. I mean, sorry, our morning streams. That way you won't have enough sleep for work the next day. But the good news is, Mr. Coffee, I don't know if it helps you, actually. I will be going back to the United States and streaming from there for a period of approximately 6 weeks, starting mid-October. So be prepared for a schedule change, guys, coming in about 3 weeks. That's the sound of this beer, my tournament beer opening. My lucky beer. So, don't do as I do as I say. And stay in school, guys. Don't become professional chess players. Trust me. Trust me on this. I know what I'm talking about. The Chess Olympiad started, and I got all kinds of posts on my Facebook page from the Hungarian players, a couple of which are Facebook friends of mine, and they're in Georgia. The Hungarians won the first match 3-1, giving up a couple draws. And then they're playing Albania today. The beer opening, get it? Mr. Coffee says also, I'm trying to find a country that needs a solid 1600, 1700 player. Ooh, that's... You have to go deep into Central Africa, I think. Yellow Dragoon, what's up, man? New interface. We've got a new overlay. I'm using a different OBS version, the Streamlabs OBS. It's kind of clunky as far as like using a lot of my CPU, but it does display notifications and stuff. I still got to like kind of iron out the kinks though, because we still don't have like donation ticker and stuff like that set up. But anyway, guys, welcome to the stream. We're going to be playing 5+2 in honor of the Ponda, Republic of Congo, and that's the problem. And then those countries don't even have teams. Hey, what's up? All right, guys, we're going to start in a minute here. I don't know what that rat was doing on the screen, but he's gone now. I'm the only black and white animal allowed to be a official chess streamer. But anyway, it was just some random stuffed rat I found. Threw him away on the couch there. Okay, you're Babar and Drew with Karyakin? Is that what you're trying to say, Yellow Dragon? Wow, David Fitzsimmons, a 2300 Drew with Yakovenko. What board is Yakovenko playing? I had a sudden craving for a martini. A gin martini. Montenegro, Mr. Coffee. Kostic plays for Montenegro. Although he's not actually a native Montenegrin. Alright, guys. I didn't watch the Olympic results today. So that was from the match today. Yellow Dragon, or was that round 1 when Ireland played Russia? That had to be like round 2, no? Didn't check the results. We're going to get underway here in 7 minutes. USA barely pulling out a match there. Georgia's tough. Like, that's a team that could easily nick a draw against one of the top teams. Too Shark, you heard Anand is playing the Olympiad? That sounds like kind of a weird... fake news report or something. That'll be like the first time in like 15 years, probably. I mean, it's not impossible. I didn't see him in the lineup for India on like the first round. But that doesn't mean anything. You know, he could easily be, you know, on the team and simply not playing the first round. Like Leko didn't play round 1 for Hungary. Hungarian team doesn't have Rapport, which is not good really, but that's cool anyway. They still have some decent team. Anyway, guys, 6:30. That's how much time there is till the tournament starts. Casual Blitz arena here. Myself, Tushar, Morwa. Morwa had a good tournament this week. He told me. Gained some ALO points. Congratulations on that. Teddy. I can't pronounce French names, I'm sorry. It's against my nature. Or even Russian names or anything. We got Tushar, Morwa, 10-year-old, Scoble, Morales, Hosta Magoni, Monkey Pushing Wood, Ninja Berserk, and Roast Beef, followed by one other player. 11 players thus far. Thank you for the wishes of good luck. Yellow Dragoon, I mean, the problem with Rapport is, like, yeah, he's exciting, but, like, there was one year when I think he played board 1 for the Hungarian team, it was a disaster. He's too unstable. You can't have a player like that on board 1. Like, you can put him on board maybe 2 or 3, but it's better to have Leko play board 1, just hold it down. But unfortunately, he's not playing at all, so it's like... Leko on board 1, they've got a mixed board situation where they don't actually have the highest rated players on board 2 and 3. I think Erdos is playing board 2 because of his solidity. Victor is extremely, extremely solid. So they elected to put the most solid 2 players on board 1 and 2. And then like Berkesh on board 3, and like Amashi on board 4, even though he's like the second highest rated player on the team. So Vallejo didn't play the Spanish team as a protest. Well, I had the feeling, yeah, I mean, it looks like the Spanish team is pretty... Spanish law obliges to declare gross revenues from poker. I mean, Vallejo's legal problems with poker really shouldn't relate to chess, but what have you. So, Pass Pawn 99, what's up, JCS? Good to see you guys. It sounds like the Spanish Chess Federation just doesn't play or pay these guys, properly to play. And I think in a lot of cases, I don't know what the story is, like why India doesn't pay, like, seems like a sponsor should bring Anand to, like, play for the Indian team. I don't know. But I guess the Chess Federation itself can't afford to get Anand to play. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But Anand, didn't play for years for India. Yeah, no, the Spanish team is rated, like, they're ranked like 12 or really low. I don't know. They're not even in the top. They're not even in the top, like, 10. So he didn't play in the first round past 99. I didn't see, like, all the official lists and stuff. But there's really, there's no sense if you're playing, like, a relatively weak team. Maybe for a player like Leiko or Anand, some kind of legendary player who was world champion or almost world champion in Leiko's case. I could see skipping round 1. That's cool. Always there's a lot of fights about qualifying for such things like Olympic teams. Okay, guys, we're going to start here. And good luck to everyone. Just 11 players thus far. But it will be fun. 36 viewers. So, what's that from Austria? Oh, he beat Rager. Yeah. I've never met that guy. Markus Rager, very strong player. Playing, I guess, board 1 for Austria. I've never played an Austrian GM. Just a lot of IMs for some reason. I didn't see what happened in the Hungarian-Albania match, but they're pretty big favorites, so I don't think there'll be any sweat there. The Albanian team basically has Dervishi and like one GM and a bunch of 2300s or something. Hungary should have been in pretty good shape. I noticed like Hungary drew 2 games in round 1. Berkesh actually drew a 2100. It was some weird team, like, I can't remember. It's not often you see a 2600 held to a draw by a 2100. But you never know. In a thing like this, maybe the 2100 was like 300 points underrated or something. Okay, guys, let's get started. So Tushark did a non-play board 1 today. I mean, you said Vidit is the highest rated player. Well, he's not higher than Anand, is he? Alright, guys. Let's get started. 5+2 casual. Have a last announcement from Ponda. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow we've got Weird Wednesday. Unusual openings Blitz. 10 a.m. CEST, Central European Time, tomorrow morning. Okay? Good luck in the tournament. Bye-bye. So, this announcement. So, now Tushark saying there's a disagreement. Someone says Anand didn't play. No, he did play. Yes, he played. No. He beat Markus Rager. He didn't play in round 1 for sure. I saw the Indian lineup there. I think they won all their games in round 1, if I remember correctly. The Hungarians could hurt, with the tie breaks. Drawing 2 games in round 1 is really pretty bad. Okay, the tournament is starting. JCS saying hi to the Ponda. Wow, Kulian jumped in at the last minute, taking the 2nd place. I don't remember what he plays now. What? Leiko lost? Oh my god. Oh my god. Hungary drew their match with Albania. That's sick. But the guys were like... There's like one Grandmaster. I mean, that's insane. The other guys were like 24, 2300. Wow, that's total crazy. That's just crushing for the Hungarian team. They must be like shell-shocked. For Leko to lose to anybody but like somebody rated 2500, how could that even possibly happen? So Erdős drew again. Glidora drew. It looks like maybe Fatso won. Or Amashi. Fetso. Not Fatso, but Fetso. Ferenc Berkes. So they split with Albania, man. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if the Albanian team was, you know, filled with run-of-the-mill grandmasters. But the Albanian team was like 2390s and people like under 2400. Except for Dervishi. I mean, they must have been outrated massively. That's terrible. Alright, so anyway. I don't know what to do here. Akulian is very solid. Yeah, I mean, that's a crazy upset, you know. I mean, Dervishi is like a really run-of-the-mill grandmaster, and Leko is Leko, you know. And then, like, you expect Leko to maybe draw, but imagine him losing. What is that, like the first game he lost this year? What a time to, like, lose a game. That's insane. Akulian's used 13 seconds. I don't really know much about him except that we played here. Dude, that's just a crushing result. I mean, no disintended to Albania, but they don't even have fielded a particularly strong team. Man, that's insane. Basically, 2 upset draws and Leko lost. Like, what's the chance of that happening? Leko just has to draw and they win their match. Crazy. I'm glad I'm not Hungarian. I'm just a resident. It's not my fault. All right, what are we doing here? Almost blundering. Plundering or blundering? Okay, the Russian women's team lost as well. That sounds like impossible too. Okay. He's thinking, who did the Russian team lose to? The women's. That's... I mean, I never remember Leko ever losing to a 2500, you know? The guy's like 2530. He's not even a 2600. I kind of hope Leko was at least black or something. Okay, I mean, that's the problem when you don't play enough, as is probably the case with Leko. Russia's women's team lost. Well, I mean, it's not like the men's team, but... What is going on around here? I feel like I should have some kind of tactic. I was expecting queen takes, but he took with the bishop. We have the c file. He has weaknesses around his king. Right, I mean, Leko doesn't play much, and that's got to have an effect, dude. You can't just... It's not like riding a bicycle, you know? The proverbial reference. We're talking about the Chess Olympiad results. coaching. Leiko busy coaching. Alright, what do we got here? Gotta have something. So darned fast. Hold on for a second. Let's see. All right, we're just... I mean, seriously. A girl from your chess club is at the Olympics representing Canada. Has to be the youngest in the tournament. Well, I don't know about that. I'm sure there's other kids. One of the youngest, you could probably safely say. I doubt she's the youngest. I mean, there's just a lot of young chess players who are probably tops in their country now, you know. There's got to be a few other teenagers. Aculian hanging on here. Why can't I finish him off somehow? Just doesn't seem fair. All these advantages and I can't put him away. Let's go for this methodology. The methodologist. I have yet to see her beat me. She's going to be back at the spot in a month. The atheologist. She can't beat you, but she's playing in the Olympiad. That makes you quite a strong player by default. Okay. Alright, let's go. Playing for mate. Mate is mate. Well, I mean, okay. So now I have bishop takes c6, and then he doesn't have this queen c7. Actually, he doesn't have a move anyway. What just happened? I keep forgetting this is like increment. The male tournament less likely to be younger players, but in some random countries like Cameroon or something, I would think there'd be a strong likelihood, you know, that maybe the best player in the country could be like a 15-year-old who's playing a lot, let's say online. That's not check. You're trying to trick me into thinking that's check. Oh my god. Queen f4 hangs a rook. Rook f4 hangs a rook. Now I just hung a pawn. Oh, he took that. What? If I play rook f4, he plays queen c1 check and takes the rook. We're using a lot of time here. Guys, please support the stream if you can afford it. Would much appreciate. So we'll just play up a rook here. Keep it simple. I missed rook c7 back there. Probably best. Dude, that didn't just happen. I just dropped my queen with queen d8 check. Oh, man. All right. I just dropped my queen with queen d8 check. That's a good one. All right, anyway. Well, at least I you know, you can see I'm human. Very human. Funny animator Jim is playing the Nimzo like a boss. It looks like. Scoble's out in first place temporarily. Looks like his king is doing a dangerous thing there. Black playing the opening like God himself. I never imagined I could drop my queen, you know. Alright, red horse. Well, I'm not going to mess around with different openings as much. I'm going to play more like my safe stuff. Just because it's 5 plus 2. No, I didn't want to play It's Already a Bad Day, don't want to lose. Yeah, no rating points involved here, too sharp. Red Horse 989. This is this guy who kept challenging me or something. I don't remember. Alright. King E8. L. McCart just subscribed. Thank you for that. Oh, I know why I blocked him, because he was offering draws and stuff in a lost position. It was kind of unsportsmanlike. Wasn't super thrilled with that. I put the block on him. If you do things like unsportsmanlike, I will block you. You know, like offering draws when you're down 2 pieces and losing the game is like automatic blockization. It's unsportsmanlike and kind of rude behavior. Just so you know. Thank you for subscribing, L. McCart. MC McCart. He's got like knight d4, but I have knight a3, so it's not really an issue. Too much obsession with playing fast. This is an increment game, don't forget. You just can't get it through to people. If you want to play 1 minute, play in the 1 minute tournament. You know, it doesn't have sense to play 5-minute tournaments like it's a 1 minute tournament. That does not seem logical. The idea is to use your time, but I guess people just can't. They can't help themselves. Yeah, you should never offer draws. You know, sometimes people click the wrong button, and it's, you know, but oftentimes it's like to be a troll, you know, and I hate that. I guess I could have won a pawn there by taking on 7. Probably on paper that's the better route. But honestly, I didn't think his pawn's going anywhere. Oh, man. All right. And he has no convenient way to defend that pawn by playing the awful rook c8. Now he should play knight a5, putting his knight off to the side. There it is. And we need to think now. School out in first place. Bunch of people with 2 points. Too early to call here. Before the tournament started, we were talking about the Chess Olympics in Georgia. And I don't really have any attachment to the U.S. team, even though I'm an American by citizenship. My knight is hanging. You get our rooks in the game. We should have some mating threats here with the two bishops. Rook and knight all active. Red horse just plays too fast. I mean, there's just absolutely no reason to play this fast when you got like 5 minutes with a 2-second increment. You're playing like it's a 1-minute game. I think that part of it is a lot of people seem to have a hang up that like they can never have less time than the opponent. You know, like, oh my god, if I have less time than the opponent, I lost the battle. Like it's not allowed, you know. But that's not something that you should have a hang up about. You know, it really, you can't take it with you. As they say. I'm just going to go into convert this extra pawn mode. Probably not the best move objectively, but I'm up a clear pawn. Black's pieces aren't well placed. We've got even threats against his king. This is weak. His knight is guarding that. It's a terrible situation for black. What? Alright, we need this. Taking away squares, nullifying his bishop on b7. I mean, the guy seems like he has talent, but just playing too fast and offering draws in lost position. Yeah, the psychological clock thing. Well, I mean, once you play Blitz enough, you know, you realize the truth that strong players use their time. The time, it's like a resource. Why would you not use it? It's like a concrete resource. You got so many resources. Look at this, like he sets up all kinds of cheapos and stuff. Let's not say we did. Actually, maybe this one check won't hurt. King h6 is a good move. You should go there, keeping your rook open. He didn't believe me. Man, I almost have like exchange sacrifices. Rook takes. Seems like he's not putting his talent to the right use here. It's all good. His knight is offsetting my bishop here on f1. Some people are so bad in time pressure they just can't afford to think how they don't absolutely have to. They can't afford to think if they don't absolutely have to. This is move 11's theory. Yes, I know I had like rook takes a5. I'm actually going for more. Yeah, but you're let me see here. feel like I have something, but I don't. It's very strange. Rook takes. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how rook takes g7 works there. Did that work? I mean, that's all I was trying to do forever, but I never really saw it working. I guess I can sack the exchange and still be better here. Probably my best. Not sure what the best way is to do it. Probably I have to. Actually sack and exchange. 2 pawns for the exchange. Better pieces. But white's advantage is still fairly small in this position. Still. This is very good, I would say. Create 2 connected passed pawns, I guess. It's our best chance. I was completely winning, but now it's unclear. He's played exceptionally well in the second half of the game. Do I have now lag or something? I guess I could play knight f5. Doesn't really do a lot. Very strange style this player has. It's like purely tactics and nothing else. And maybe now I'll get in trouble if I push that pawn up, actually. Should have moved my bishop in the first place, just to like d1, c2. Begin that connection. Yeah, why didn't I do that before? Well, I mean, if you want further evidence of my theory about bullet chess, look no further than his results in the World Junior. I mean, bullet chess is not going to be enough, ever. for a serious chess player. White's really got something going on here. Very, very strong position. Defending tough. But I think this is too much now. Speed is good. He's got an HE6 check. Wow. I don't know when the last time Black made a mistake was in this game. Let's do a lot of pre-moving. This is probably a blunder. He like pre-moved that. It's very unclear again. Yeah, again, he offers the draw. I mean, I wish I would just ban this guy from tournaments after that. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'd rather you just didn't play in my tournaments again, dude. It's just like totally unsportsmanlike. It's like sickening. And he could have the audacity to come and play in my own tournament. His ability to find moves is almost uncanny. Please don't play in my tournament again, dude. $100 moves of unsportsmanlike draws being offered. Alright, dude. I'll just resign if I play the guy again. I wouldn't want to like play him. I thought it was just like a one-off thing. The first time he offered a draw and lost position, but he did it again. Oh man, that's just like ridiculous. You know, it's distracting the other player when they're trying to concentrate to win the game. It shouldn't really be done. It can cost you time, thinking time, having to like click that draw thing or just be distracted. It's totally disrespect, man. You know when you have a lost position, and it's almost like insulting the other player. strong enough player that can get to that position where he's even close to drawing me should know that that's bad sportsmanlike. Anyway, Arsenal fan, what's up? This is the Arsenal fan 1 as opposed to Arsenal fan 2. 100 move game. I don't get too many of those. Don't allow draws. Well, you know, that's too much of a problem too. You can't go that. You know, then you become like unsportsmanlike. I mean, there's a place for draws. You know, that's the problem. But it's important to be able to allow draw ops-colored bishops and like one pawn each, and you're just moving back and forth, or rook versus rook. You know, there are positions where you simply have to agree to a draw. I mean, or otherwise you'd be unsportsmanlike in that game as well. Did I allowed this? I never played this. I don't know. My longest over the board game, I don't recall move 11. I've had, you know, lots of 100 move games. Nothing absurd, like all in the low 100s. Nothing like 165 moves or something crazy like that. I've had a lot of games in the low 100s. Probably 120 something. I mean, I don't think I've ever gone beyond that. This is actually a good move order by Arsenal fan. I didn't know he played the Slav either. The man of many openings. That's what I'm saying too. A surprising choice by Arsenal. Do you guys recall him playing the Slav defense? I swear I don't remember that. Now I don't know what to do. I don't reach this position because I don't normally play this move order. When I play d4, I play a different move order. And when I play c4, I usually play a different move order. This is an extremely accurate move by Black. Knight to d7, like he's an expert. And it's also strange that he's not in chat too. I agree. It's very strange he's not in chat. He's down to 1699 too, which seems very low for him. His 1579 bullet is ridiculous. Like, he plays more like 19 something. That should be his real rating across the board. Okay, I'm not sure about this plan by him here. I'm also not sure where my bishop should go, objectively. Fluke GM. Fluke GM, you sent me a message earlier. It was ironic that I was just starting my stream when you sent that message. Oddly enough. This is the Ponda Sparklehorse Arena. It's called the Sparklehorse Arena. More people show up if I call it the Sparklehorse Arena. Hey guys, don't offer draws in lost positions against stronger players. It's insulting. And don't do it twice after someone already blocks you. Like, he was just trying to troll me since I blocked him the first time. He probably didn't know why I blocked him though. You know, he probably thought, oh, I just block people that I randomly block people. Fluke GM, what's up? So, C takes d5. There's two Arsenal fans. No, there's Arsenal. There's another Arsenal. There's two Arsenals. There's only one Arsenal fan, as far as I know. This is the same one I played 100 and almost 140 games against. Now, he allowed me to play e4. I feel like that's got to be a mistake. He should have maybe played knight e4. What happened? I'm trying to make two moves in a row. That's illegal. That's unsportsmanlike for me to play two moves in a row like that. H6 was a good move. Creepy Slav. He tricked me with the opening. He's seeing tricks and nasty things. Dim1337, what's up? No cheers today, guys. No cheers for the arena. Usually everyone's too busy to send cheers and stuff. It's like a hands-on. Wait a minute. There's some weird stuff going on here. Alright. Knight f4 was possible there, but he just insta-played knight c3. No, knight f4, bishop takes f4, defends by knight on e5. So he lost a piece. He wasn't paying attention. He lost a piece? Did I just say that? I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Why did I think I won a piece for some reason? It's odd. He's totally fine. He has a little spatial problem, but it's just like a kind of normal-ish advantage. Dim with the 100. Thank you for the first cheer this week. The first significant cheer. We had 15, 14, and 1 prior to that. But I'm not going to dismiss those cheers. They're relevant too. Now where do I want my knight here? There's no way he's 1699. I mean, his rating is absolutely bogus. I think he gets drunk and then like tilts off 500 rating points once a week or something. He was probably like 1999 and then went out to the pub and blasted away like 400 rating points on a binge. That's not fair. You're not allowed to be like Jekyll and Hyde, Arsenal fan. Yeah, let's get some space. More space, please. It's kind of hard to make progress here. He's also playing really well. Freaking playing well is not allowed either. That's sneaky. Sneaky stuff he wants to do to me. Sneaky, sneaky. No H2 mates, okay? Okay? No checkmating me on H2. See, he just lines it up anyway. Oh man, I want to play G4. I really, really do. But it kind of looks creepy. It's like a rapid fire, just rapid fire moves all the time. It's hard to deal with that, you know? People that just move like machines, like the last guy, and the way Arsenal fan is playing here, they never think, you know? It's hard to play against people who don't think. It really is. It's much easier to play against people who think. Sometimes those people lose on time. It's Arsenal's Smurf account. He's like close to 2,000. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying he tanked 300 rating points. And his bullet is even worse. And technically he plays fast, so I think he should be good at bullet. I have confidence in my endgame technique, you know? This is actually a concession to let him trade queens here. But I feel like I'm stronger in the endgame than Arsenal. And my advantage is bigger in that stage of the game, I would say. So that's why I'm maybe making an exception to a rule I normally would not. He's playing really, really well here. It is strange he's not coming. He never ever like plays on the stream and doesn't talk. Never. Never ever been done before. And he's also playing freaking well. Give me that pawn. Dude, that's a dynamic move, fine, but it's also double-edged because F7. Living and dying by the sword. My goodness. Wait a minute here. Does anybody know what's going on? There's gotta be something. That's sharp, dude. He's playing without a piece. Rapid fire. You think he has like multiple personalities? Oh my gosh. He missed the 95 there? Like the only hope. Just when it was okay to get out of the water, he played b5. He has this move. I was scared of knight c6 threats, and I can't play bishop d5. Looks like maybe he was okay. He's in beast mode. He ain't no 1699, although now he looks like one because he dropped a piece. But until that point, I felt like, man, I'm playing. There's also back rank tricks again. All right, let's keep it as simple as possible, I guess. As I said, he's playing without. We have bishop takes f7 check. Rook takes f7. Rook takes d8 check. Ooh, that looks painful. Master has that. Okay. That's not in take anymore. On b3. This is what you want to avoid in Slav, though, that bishop on h7 that gets to be stuffed permanently. I think he just lost everything. But he did play like he was in beast mode. Again, Dim, thank you for the 100. Cheer. Back to tournament. I'm tied for first with Morales and funny animator Jim. Those guys are battling it out now. Looks like a good game. Morales has been playing really, really well lately. He had a win against me and a good defensive game in the Simul on Sunday. And then he lost from winning position. He got another winning position in the Blitz game on Monday. So 2 days in a row, he got winning positions against me. I felt like big steps recently from Morales. Morwa is really tough. Reportedly had a very good over-the-board result. Have I heard about Mikhail Shereshevsky? Of course. I have several books by Shereshevsky. And the Soviet Chess Conveyors is a favorite book of mine. Not the favorite book, a favorite book. But there's also like the Endgame book, you know, one of the greatest Endgame books ever. So, of course, man. I mean, you're like asking a painter if he ever heard of Van Gogh or something. All right. Knight f6. Play browser. Morwa's not supposed to know too much theory in the opening, but he might be learning more. Yeah, the Slutsky is the Endgame book. This is a funny variation that was played against me by a Hungarian guy last year. It's not supposed to be good for White, but I kind of freaked when I played this guy. I didn't know what to do. Here, White has a little development lead, you know, so I spent like 30 minutes trying to decide whether to play g6 or e6 when I faced this last year in the Hungarian Team Championship. I think I played e6 as well in that game after a long thought. I mean, it's not really good to give up your dark squared bishop, but I think that White's still probably equal if he plays basically perfectly. Just moving the pieces. I mean, I know that Marwa is not a computer because I played him a lot, but if this was a random player, I would suspect him of being a computer, because really the computers tend to play like this, where and the people who cheat with computers, they don't make any pawn moves, you know. I mean, I know Marwa is a real player, but that when you see that type of play, I was discussing this with Move 11 the other day. He had a strange opponent who kept going to the bathroom constantly. And, you know, obviously that's not a good sign. But now Marwa is treacherously worse in this position. My two bishops. That pawn on e5 looks a little overextended. Although it does command some space, so I'm going to play a different way. I mean, I was tempted to play f6. But we've got lots of ways of playing this. I think, like, we could play f6 anytime. Maybe we should keep that in the bank. I also think Marwa, you know, he's been a faithful follower here, but I want to criticize him for also playing a little too fast. I think he's doing the same thing. Okay, you're playing the top seed in the tournament, which is me, and I mean maybe that makes some people nervous. I know it makes me nervous when I'm playing the best player, the highest rated player, what have you. So it's a factor, of course. You can't like dispute it, but I think, okay, he's a good player. Murad's a good player, so he's going to take the slightly worse position and go with it. You know, he's already played well, like putting all his pawns in the right color, f4, e5, regrouping. But I think that this has got to be better for me. Seriously better. But how do I make progress myself now? Check. Don't know if this is a good move or not. Just kind of probing. He has really good fundamentals. Morwa. What's up, Juicebox Wizard? An unexpected move here. Possible change, a major change in the pawn structure. Do I really want to hurt you? No, I don't really want to do that. Seriously second guessing myself. It's also insanely fast. That's uncomfortable. I'm threatening c4. You can't ignore that completely. Wow. He just let me trap the bishop with c4. It's so anti-positional, he missed it. Oh, he has a trick. Wow. Now I feel stupid. But somehow I doubt this works for white. He's actually threatening rook takes d5 there. Oh my god. Whoa. I mean, he's too much time. He has too much time to be 25 moves into the game and not using his time, particularly with the increment here. Just calmly refute his nonsense. Well, JCS, you probably understand more than me. I'm not sure I understand why I play half the moves I play. You just go with the intuition at one point. Well, there wasn't really a happy move for me in that position. You know, lose time, move my bishop again, let him double on the f file, threatening like bishop takes h7 check. When I saw that, you know, that he's going to double the f file, threaten bishop takes h7 check, I was kind of like, well, nah, I'm not going to do this anymore. Now I think, you know, I'm technically winning. I mean, that's 2 pawns. Lost with rook and knight and keeps playing. Yeah, especially in arena. I don't understand that. Somehow though, you know, if people just play on, Antonio, if people play on like consistently all their games when they're down 2 pieces, like there was this one guy at the chess club who was 2100, and I remember he was like close to master and he always played out to like mate. And some people criticize him, but I said, look, if he does this every single game and he's consistent about it, I don't mind, you know. But in the case of like offering a draw, it's like you're trolling me. I mean, I don't mind if Funny Animator Jim or anybody, you know, plays on down 2 pieces as long as they consistently do it against everybody. But offering a draw like in your face, like when you're winning, is like taunting you. You know, I think it's worse. But there are many instances where that's, you know, unsportsmanlike as well. Absolutely, Antonio. I mean, when you're totally lost, it's time to resign. Morwa here. He fell apart. He played too fast. But one thing to keep in mind here, in my defense, I mean, well, not in my defense, but in everybody's defense, is that a lot of people who are playing in this tournament are not used to playing with increment. Morois probably in his personal games doesn't play 5+2. He probably plays 5+0, or 3+0, whatever. I think it's hard to adjust to that small increment and know what to do. He's basically playing as if he was playing 5+0. Queen b6, no good. What's a good way to meet the Rossolimo against someone well prepared? Yeah, Queen b6 is a line, move 11. It never had a very good reputation, I guess, but it's playable. That's the kind of line, like if you reverse the position with the English and turn it around, it's probably a little more playable. I mean, I imagine Queen b6, Black gets outstripped in development. It's kind of like a classical Nimzo type of theme, move 11. White should be able to open it up and take advantage of that. The black player who's developed nothing but the queen. I don't know. I've tried to play it in Blitz. I never had very good results. I know the theory is like not good. Knight a5, move 11. That's what my friend Irish International Master, what's his name, Mark Quinn, played like in a tournament I played in Spain. Just play knight a5. That's sure to mess them up. That's been played for real. You got to get used to playing with the increment, but I think that Morois played too fast as well. He needs to play more slower time controls. No, Chess with Chris is a streamer, I believe. I mean, a lot of people are streamers now. You don't have to be like a master to be a streamer here on lichess, and it's totally cool. I mean, I think it's gonna come a day when everybody has a camera, and everybody's essentially a chess streamer. All right, Chess with Chris. What's up? Good luck. Almost done my beer already. The tournament is not even half over. Okay. JCS says knight f6 has been recommended. Knight f6 is more like a kind of main line. Almost main line. Knight a5. Yeah, it's dubious, probably. But, move 11 is, if we're speaking in terms of being practical, you want to mess with someone who has preparation. I played knight a4 and analogous knight a4, knight a5 in some analogous type of positions. I don't argue that it's a good move, but I think it might mess up people who are obsessed with playing correctly and memorizing tons of opening theory. But if you want a more sound recommendation against the Rossolimo, the Queen b6 is probably more sound than knight a5, obviously. You could also try the suggestion of knight f6, which is not really a totally main line. Queen c7 might be similar to Queen b6. Well, it is similar to Queen b6. I don't know where they stand in terms of each other, which is better. Bishop g5, so this is like a hybrid for me. I guess I should just play h6 and g5 here. Transpose is something like what I typically would play in the two knights variation, whatever you call it, flexible. Gligorich calls it the flexible variation. What a name. He really dug deep for that. D6 is what you would play, but I play that too, and it's difficult for black. But everything's difficult, I mean, the Rossolimo is a good system against the Sicilian. It's like the best. The C3 Sicilian Rossolimo and the main lines. I mean, the C3 and the Rossolimo are absolutely premium systems. It's not like the closed Sicilian or the Grand Prix attack that's like gives black equality. I think the Rossolimo and such are just really good, and black still has to play extremely accurately to equalize against those systems. We're having a discussion about the Sicilian Rossolimo with knight c6 and bishop b5, and trying to think of offbeat ways or less common ways of meeting it. What am I doing here? Shall I play knight takes g3, or just we try to hold on to that post there? I think bishop d3, f5, d5, knight c5 would be good for me. This is basically a main line where he's played a3 unnecessarily instead of probably something like castles. I mean, the a3 just is like a lost tempo. Welcome everybody to my chess stream, International Master William Paschall. The time control is still up to 7+3 today. No, I mean the tournaments, you're not allowed to make up your own tournament with 7+3 or 5+3. I, disagree with DeBalt and his, decision not to expand the time controls. I think once I asked him, or someone asked him, but I think they should expand the time control limitations. I respectfully disagree. The creator of lichess, they should have a wider variety of tournament time controls available when you create your own tournament. So we can only have 2-second increments, and unfortunately, and this one is a 5. I kind of alternate back and forth between classical and rapid, or rather Blitz and rapid. So this week we're doing Blitz, and last week we did rapid. Your guess is as good as mine as to where I'm castling here. I'm just playing on intuition. We have all the options on the table for black castling. I don't know about queen f6. It's kind of a weird looking move, I know. Why did I play that exactly? I want to castle queenside in some positions, and I could also put it on e7. Somehow f6 feels like more aggressive, like I might be able to play f4 in some moment. I don't know. Actually, I don't really see how that's going to work. It's just a way of developing my queen. I mean, it's either e7 or f6. And my knight is doing a very important defensive job here, I think, controlling these squares. I don't want to just routinely maneuver my knight to f6. We've got enough things over there on e4 and b7. The doubled c pawns. The Zen chess, 5+2 arena. No. d6 is recommended by Catronius. I'm surprised. I mean, I've been playing that for 20 years, but I honestly don't think it's as good as the main line with g6. And e6. g6 and e6 are the best against the Roslimo. I feel like d6 is kind of like a sad third third best option. I play it simply because I know it. Now we don't win a piece here. The f4 idea is in the air. h5. He's practically forced to play like f4 now. I still feel like I shouldn't commit to castling. If I castle queenside, he goes after me. This doesn't look right. It doesn't seem right. It also seems slow. All right. We'll make him nervous. How about f4 actually? Take with the e-pawn and then play castles queenside. No, he'll shut down my bishop. Actually, if he shuts down my bishop, I have knight c5. I don't know. He's got to play f3 or f4, I think. I'm threatening to win a piece. Just no other options here. Or h3, but I don't think h3 can be a good option. Is Flute GM a GM? Where's Soltigo today? Was he streaming today? I didn't hear from him. Sol isn't on the stream, is he? Has anybody heard from Soltigo? Did he stream himself? He's becoming kind of distant lately. He's got his own stream to worry about. This could be problematic for me. Man, I don't like what I did with this. Maybe I do have to take with a C pawn, but I don't think I like this so much. I mean, he's got very good access. Actually, I can play h4. Okay. I have time to play h5, h4. Maybe it's not so bad. We're just robbing him spatially here. Okay, we have a lot of space. JCS, did you hear from Soltigo? Lately, I haven't been on the Discord. So Morales is out in first place with Scoble with 16. I need to win this game and get back in it. Arsenal is best. So we got 2 arsenals. Double arsenals. White's going to have to blockade. King position. It's really a tough judgment as to where to put my king here. I'm going to keep it in the center. That's going to rob me of any kind of e3, though. And he kind of freaked out and played c5. Wow. I can understand that, man. I can honestly understand that. Keep my king safety intact. Sure what he's doing with bishop c4. Oh yeah. Subtle. Like I'm gonna lose on time soon. Pretty alert. I never actually played chess with Chris. We snuck a pawn. You gotta keep him away from my chalupas. Sacrificing a pawn here. Our attack is too strong, though. Oh. This has got to be a mate or something. I guess I should have just played this last move. I'm not sure what was going on in that game. You know, if we both had more time, maybe White was doing pretty well. But I can also play knight h5 with or without h6. But you're talking about something else. What are you talking about, JCS? Queen's Gambit declined? Yeah. Some kind of exchange Queen's Gambit. Yeah, I had a game like that, Fluke GM, against this guy, Valery Franklock. It was a player who I, didn't think was very dangerous, but he's solid, and I couldn't beat him. I mean, that's one of the problems with the Queen's Gambit decline, though, with black. Like, I had that position where I did knight g7, bishop f5, and white does the minority attack, and even against a player who was significantly weaker than me, I just had to, like, agree to a draw. I mean, I had literally no chances of winning. The Queen's Gambit decline, it's not really good for playing for a win, I feel like, with black, unless you pick special variations. But in the exchange, how do you win with black in the Queen's Gambit exchange variation? I mean, I don't know. How do people like Beliavsky win on the black side of the Queen's Gambit exchange variation? Or Nigel Short. Say Nigel Short or Beliavsky back in the day played 300 rating point lower opponent on the black side of a Queen's Gambit exchange. I mean, I think like Beliavsky wouldn't even play the Queen's Gambit. He would play like the Nimzo or something. What would Nigel Short do to beat like lower rated players on the black side of the exchange variation? Okay, all openings have these kind of things. Karchi just sacrificed the pawn. I think it might be like he did it by accident. I'm not sure. I'm playing hyper modern, but not that hyper modern. I'm not going to let you play e5. You haven't seen Soltigo since yesterday. Okay, he's probably sleeping. That was a fun game, Chris. I think I misplayed it, and you were doing pretty well at one point. But I was surprised by c5. I didn't think that was objectively necessary. Maybe you went a little too far, although I can see the merits in trying to open the position there. I guess you have to make a decision whether you're like, you're playing for a win, you're just trying to lock it up. Oh, Soltigo is secretly here. He doesn't want to be noticed, probably. Thank you guys for playing, everybody. Karchi. Everybody except for the guy who offers draws in lost positions. He's blocked. He's on punishment. Okay. It's the pier. It's up a pawn. I could also play d4. I think there's a serious case for playing d4 here. But then there's the big hole in the position on the e4 square. This reminds me of the other day I played Baleful, one of our subscribers, and I was just up a pawn with black, but he had sort of like, I was joking about it, like he has compensation because he has an open file that I don't, It's the funny thing about being down a pawn. You have this pressure on this half open line that it feels like you automatically have compensation for that negative pawn. But objectively it's not, it's not really enough compensation. It's not a secret anymore. But I think Soltigo is he's probably half asleep or something. He's in mod mode. It was weird that black just played queen c8 and then bailed on his plan to play bishop h3. But he didn't like the doubled pawns. So maybe not that weird. But at the same time, that's awkward. You said A and then you didn't say B. Now your knight's actually interfering with your queen on c8, which was what I hoped to achieve. Anyway, guys, International Master William Paschall. I live in Budapest, Hungary. I'm going to be moving back, just temporarily, so to the United States for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. In October, 6 weeks to be exact. So we will be flipping the stream times a little bit between mid-October and the beginning of December. Okay, so if I can play e4, it is something I would consider. Let's do it. This is always like a hidden object puzzle. Find the hidden object. But it's a common tactic in these reti. Ricard reti. Lurkers, beware. Don't even try anything. Soltigo is slinging the ban mode. If you guys want to contact me during the stream, I got 2 messages. I'm not going to read my hate mail like live here on the stream, but if you do want to contact me, it's easier to send me a message directly on Twitch. That's what it's there for. What happened, Arsenal? Arsenal's with us? Somebody said... What? Arsenal awesome. Sorry, I missed it. Okay, I sacrificed the pawn here, believing in my white-squared bishop. We've got him dropping a piece, unfortunately. So the point is he can play knight takes, defending his bishop here. And then the jury's out on whether I have enough compensation or not. I was looking at stuff that probably doesn't work, like knight h4. It's not clear I should have given that pawn back, but he just dropped a piece. So I don't mean to slow roll you, Karchi. I just wanted to explain to everybody what was going on in the position. You have hate mail. You don't remember? Someone mentioned this. The stupid movie that came out like 20 years ago. Mimicking the America Online. My first email. Back in the mid-90s. It wasn't my first email, actually. I had an email at Boston University. To the Computer Science Center there. But, something at bu.edu. Okay, queen takes d6. I guess I could still have that email since I'm an alumnus of Boston University. Maybe I can still dredge up my oldest email. Queen takes d6. We're just up a piece here, so it's no longer good for black. Yeah, we mentioned the Tom Hanks things. I never saw that stupid movie, of course. I just like the phrase, "You have hate mail." There was oh, never mind. I don't remember what I'm talking about. Well, Mr. Coffee, we don't really get hate mail, but I mean there are trolls sometimes. I would prefer to monitor my email before I read it. Monitor my messages. Censor my messages. This is not an... You know how like Twitch you have to sign up your channel as like adult-oriented material or not? You know? I'm afraid that reading my email might change the category of my stream. We'll go into Soltigos, adulterated style. Guys, we got 46 minutes left in the tournament. Skogel out in first. Don't be materialistic. Play for mate. Fortunately, he has rook e6 again. He didn't do it now. We just have a raging attack. Feels like there should be some sort of absolutely crushing shot here. Rook takes d7. Just not quite cutting it. There is Arsenal. He's not here though. He must be banned or something. I'm not seeing his chats. Did somebody ban Arsenal? That's why he's not talking. Which Arsenal are we speaking of? There are too many of them now. They're multiplying. Alright, back to the tournament. Karchi unfortunately dropped a pawn on move 2. Not good with black. Alright, so Skobel has played... He's very quick. He's a gambeteer. He plays tricky stuff. And he's up on 20 points. Tushar is lurking there. Playing well. 16. Morales has been really scary lately. He lost one. Uh-oh. I'm going to play Tushar. Arsenal's here. Hey guys, well done for completely annihilating me. Perfect way to start. You were so quiet during the beginning of the stream, we were afraid there was something wrong. Sticking with my guns here, playing the serious Sicilian. No messing around. Tushar with the wing gambit. We had this the other day against S4. I managed to beat him. I haven't analyzed that game though. I hope you haven't. If you're prepared to play like the same thing, basically. Looks like Tushar is going down the same line. The Zyarny variation. Deep breath. Okay. I have kind of allergic condition. I'm sorry if I'm heavy breathing on the stream, guys. But I've had like itchy eyes, difficulty breathing. All right. The Zyarny, he's copying S4 and playing the Zyarny variation. But somehow, what was it? S4 did C4 first against me, then Bishop D3. Isn't that the Zyarny? Some crazy Moldovan player who, he's like 2300 FM. But I noticed he has some really good results, like a draw with Nigel Short. Maybe not in this opening, but in something else. Let's see. I think just bringing the pieces out naturally should be the way of the future. Antonio is tough, and he's been playing really, really well. By the way, like the last 2 games against me were extremely good. I'm all out of beer. That's a bad sign. But our batteries are fully charged. Okay, now I can't ignore this any longer. Knight takes is not looking right here. We've got to develop the pieces one way or the other. I guess C5, although you could play Bishop D6 probably nearly traps my own queen. Bishop D6, Bishop C4 with Tushar-like tactics. Bishop C5 is okay. Excuse me. I mean, the one thing I'm worried about is knight A3, knight B5, but I think that's like a minor. Here, Tushar has done this tactic to me before. I think I screwed up now. I just realized that he was angling for D4, and so Bishop C5 was a serious mistake. The idea is Queen E4, Bishop takes F7 check, which is a trick he played against me in an analogous position. Now I screwed up. I make one inaccuracy with like Bishop C5, and now I'm facing like annihilation with D4 basically. Wow, that's pretty heavy duty. I'd have to forfeit a lot to play Queen E4. A whole pawn on F7. You know what? Screw it. Have the pawn. I'm just going to be practical. Give you the pawn back and trade queens. And hope that I'm not significantly worse here. I mean, I might be better, truthfully, because of the space race. Because if I didn't play Queen, E4, I'm playing back, and he's just crushing me with D4. I literally didn't see a good defense. My only other option was to play like Bishop E7, Queen D8, and Bishop E7, and like lose my pawn on E5 with tempo. That looked horrible. But now I think he's on the defensive, essentially. And maybe significantly so. Although I need to develop my pieces. Bishop A3. Funny, I didn't even consider that. Silly old me. It's a very tense game. Scobble's out in first place. He's gonna pick off a pawn on me. Whoa. What if I go here? I'm gonna drop a knight. Hey, that's a good idea. What? What am I doing? Okay, this is just getting kind of loopy and weird. Every time I look at the position, I think I'm hanging a piece. He's getting so fast, too. No, I'm not going to develop your pieces for you. An interesting player. How can you be so tactically oriented? Now D4? What? My goodness. Wait a minute now. Okay. Tushar went too far here. He's gone too far this time. What's up, guys? Don't forget to support the stream if you can. Subscribe, make a donation, make a bit donation. I really appreciate it. Where am I going? F7? No, D7? Deep breath. Nothing but tactics. You know you want to do it. He's got tricks everywhere. I mean, I have this crushing passed pawn. Shouldn't that just kill him? He's lost the thread. Eventually, hours later, every piece I can trade against Tushar is like a relief. One last trick. Wow. It's kind of hard to predict his moves. It's getting harder and harder to predict his moves. I can predict my moves, but not his. Sorry for the silence. Mono checks. Exciting. That was very, very exciting. Scoble has played 100 games. I've played 6. Morales has played like 8. No, I played 7. Scoble's played... He's now got 32 points. Who is he playing? He just keeps playing every single game with Funny Animator Jim. I mean, he's played him like 4 times. He's beat him every time? No, he lost one. At least I get to play him myself. Berserking. I should have berserked. Scobble's too fast. No, I can't play Bullet. Maybe one day if I care to. I'd have to practice. No Gambit. That's weird. Funny Animator Jim is a little kid. It's possible. Wouldn't surprise me. With that name, you think it's like a middle-aged guy, though. Actually, everyone named Jim is a middle-aged guy, in my experience. Very bad decision by me to assume I'm winning a piece here. Queen d4 is a blunder. Oh, but Scoble didn't stop to think. Is my queen trapped? No. He could just play knight f6. He doesn't lose anything. But maybe I have bishop g5? Bishop takes f3, bishop takes f6. But what does that do? This is very bad for black. Because I have bishop h6 as well. He's actually losing... He's losing another piece now. It is a little kid. Not surprising. But that's why, you know, I don't mind. I mean, I like people playing here of all different ages. It makes it cool. Alright, back to tournament. We got a free one from Scoble there. We knocked out his... It's very important, though. We knocked out his streak starter. That's going to hurt him a little bit. He has to go back, pick off a couple more 1400s, and get, he needs like 3 1400s in a row, and he'll get back in the lead. But in the meantime, maybe I can catch up. Just give me a 1400. Come on, chess. Lee chess. I just assumed everybody named Jim is like middle-aged. Because if he was a kid, he would be funny animator Jimmy TV. James is serious. But if they go by Jim, they're middle-aged. Tamale. Alright. Seems greedy to berserk. But I gotta berserk somewhere. We gotta berserk somewhere. Come on. Just bring it. Pre-moving. See if I can play the whole game in 1 minute. Am I capable of 1 minute chess? Damn, he played bishop e3, the caroclige. Just like more wah. Everybody was a little kid once. Nothing wrong with little kids. They're good at chess. What can we say? So he happens to be playing the exact same variation that Wah played. That's not kind of weird? Like, is that really a coincidence, or did you just like watch the first game from the stream or something? I think I just mixed water with my green tea. We've now watered down iced tea. I gotta remember that there's no increment left here. This is close to my game with Hungarian 2200 from last year's Budapest Teen Championship. Something similar to this. Not the exact position though. There was something slightly different. I looked at my score. I have a perfect score. He's supposed to be 1400. The last game you played at Scoble, I had another tab open and the game finished without me. And what happened? So you could have beat him. You shouldn't have the other tab open. Lichess is gonna think you're screen switching. Alright. Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff happens when you open other tabs. I start getting like those white messages everywhere. By the way, Tamale's playing this way better than any 1400 should. I mean, he's playing like excellent chess here. Essentially. He's playing like Volokitten. I had a similar endgame against Volokitten. The Vol Kitten. Kitten of Vols. Who's not a kitten. He actually kicks your feet, places his feet under the table, and trolls you. Okay, Tamale playing way too well for 1400. I mean, this, come on now. This is just, come on. An F5 too. Now he's like better. Wow. He's like literally better now. Dude, 1400? In Bullet, you're 1400? You're playing like God. Even the 92 swinging around? You got that as well? Whoa, dude. Get me out of here. Dude, nobody believes you're 1400, Tamale. This game is just way too impressive. He finally made a mistake. A big one, though. The kind that loses a whole piece. The lichess gave me the 1400. Thank God he hung a piece, because if he had like King B1, I'd be out of business. Totally positionally smashed. As it stands, I misplayed it. You know, I think I was misplaying it. I was in a passive position here, and my bishops can't really compensate for the problems that I had. We're gonna have to like pull an acerbate. You shouldn't resign him. You have the avalanche coming down. We'll have to do the acerbate lateral rook move. I still can't keep up with Scobell, the Gambitier. Scobell Morales. Zen Chess is a regular. Tushar. Thank you guys for subscribing. Something wrong with Morwa today. He must have had a long day at the office or something, because he's totally not himself. He did win 2 games, but then he ran into trouble again. Morwa lost against Animator. Well, he lost against pretty good players. Me, Animator, 1900, and Tushar. That's hard. It's been a tough day for Morwa. Alright, we get to play Scobell again. Take him out head to head. Get my streak starter started. Who's Tolgakin? He's 2100. Arsenal is 1699 or something, right? But as long as we don't let, as long as we don't let Scobell play some sort of gambits, I want him to be giving. I want to be the one giving material against him. He's playing too fast. It's quite a commitment. Scobell playing too fast. Won't keep pushing Winston. He has no stamina. 22 minutes left. I don't know if anyone can catch us, but I think it's possible. Tolgakin or Morales could. Has Tolga just started? He's 2100 from Turkey. Is that a new account? What happened to Red Horse? I guess he got tired of offering draws and lost positions. He's a talented player, but his moral fiber is a little questionable. Wish I could say the same for Donald Trump. Don't know where that came from, but I think of moral fiber. Alright. Knight e8. I guess we just take something here. Knight takes e8. Whatever. Oh, I hung the exchange. Oh no. This is the kind of exchange sacrifice that you want to make. The first lichess rapid champion? Wait, hold on. Who are you talking about? Oh, wait. There was a message there in the forums like last week or something. Oh, I remember now. Now hold on a second. There was some guy who wanted to create the first ever lichess, he wanted to create the first ever lichess rapid championship or something, and Thibault just trashed his forum post. He just totally trashed it. He's like, no, lichess would be the only, controllers of any such thing, and it was just totally sarcastic and crushing, a soul crushing response from Thibault, which is pretty much what he's known for. Maybe that was the guy. It's possible, because the name looked kind of familiar to me. Very, very possible. Alright, now, we're going to have to get very creative here. I thought of Beck. You guys asked me what kind of music I like. Do you know that song Beck played in the 90s? It was like Soul Crushing Jerk or something like that. When I said soul crushing, I remembered that song now. Bishop c3 check. What are we doing? We're going to play king e2, obviously, and then put the king on e2 and play f4 and put the bishop on g2. But Scobell's given a run for the money here, and I'm getting a little bit. It was Red Horse. Yeah, it was probably that guy that Thibault just crushed his soul with some kind of forum post that I thought was just brutal. f4? Wait a minute. Seriously? You can do that? Maybe I should just take with the pawn. Why do I even care? This is going to weaken g6, Scoble. Scobell, I should call him, not Scoble. My friend, an enemy from elementary school. Michael Skobelov. You ever have that kind of person in your childhood who you were friends and enemies in the same lifetime? That's how I was with this guy. Wow, e5, a feisty move. Scoble, what I don't want you doing is castling, like at any immediate moment here. I remember being friends with this kid, and then like he was also the only person who I ever like got in a fist fight with in elementary school. The love-hate relationship. Queen d3. Okay. The only time I played against Kasparov, he played the London system. Is that a direct quote from you, or is that Cheryshev talking? That's disappointing. Dude, I want my money back. If Kasparov played the London system against me, like seriously, I'd be like, alright, Gary, I want my money back. I'm serious. You're not going to play the London system against me in this simul here. I thought I could castle queenside. Excuse me. Damn it. I can't castle queenside. I can't believe it. And rook d1 is meh. I guess it's alright. The resource. Alright. Come on, Scobell, just resign. I guess I can play Queen e4 here, if I must. Just hope that we're not miscalculating something, because the position's a little too sharp for my liking, honestly, and this just doesn't feel like the best move. Somehow I haven't managed to develop my pieces much better than him here, despite the fact that I'm up like 3 pawns. I'm up only 3 pawns, but everybody's lacking development right now. GM Pragu. It wasn't Pragu who castled illegally, right? It was his opponent. Yeah. Lebo. Yeah, castling would have been perfect. I get out of the pin and I pressurize the d-pawn. But now I can really sack the exchange with like rook takes d4 with my king still being safe. And I mean, even bishop takes d4. Queen takes c5. Looks practically forced. Got very bad allergies, guys. Excuse me if I start sneezing on the stream. Alright. This move I do not understand how works. Yes, you have that. But what's the big deal? Alright, whatever. Whatever, I don't care. Just take my bishop. You deserve it. Totally deserve it after that tactic. Still he has resources. How about Queen d7 check? No. Alright, he's got rook f8. He didn't play rook f8. king f1. You wouldn't possibly move your king up, would you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you would. You're crazy with that. Crazy enough with that, aren't you? Not too many men are crazy enough to play that move. But now I get to keep the piece. Keep the piece. It's a different story. Come in. Wow. Rook takes d4. Or bishop takes d4. King is in a weird place, man. 13 minutes left. This is definitely unhealthy for black. An unhealthy experiment. Ouch. That's mate. Mate with two bishops in the middle of the board. That's better than sex. That was what Emery Tate said. But it wasn't technically mate with the two bishops. That was an offhand blitz game Emery played in Philadelphia. I remember there was like a crowd of 100 people watching. But he he got excited with the two bishops in the middle of the board. All right, we have a perfect score. We're like, really, Emery? Okay. Why the sex reference? Bishop g4. That's a good game. Tolgakin against Skobel. Please, God, stop the seasonal allergies. All right, Arsenal Grand Prix. Arsenal Grand Prix. They're talking about the Grand Prix. Arsenal fan Richie. Now he's switching openings. He's a man of many different facets. Okay, this is probably like the last game that will count. So let's make it good. We got to stay ahead of Skobel. But he doesn't have a streak starter, so he can't score more than... Well, he could win 2 games in this time. Nobody give him a quick win. Tolgakin on 21. Morales. Zenchess must not have played too many games. He's on pause mode. It's a hybrid. It's a weird opening Wednesday. Tomorrow, guys, please come and check it out. Weird Wednesday with Arsenal fan Richie. A significant tempo loss there, I will say. Doesn't look like a great Alyukhin's defense for black. Got to make a decision here. A3. Secret move. I'm not sure if A3 is really good. Feels kind of slow. Am I cheering for Hungary in the Olympiad? Well, I mean, some of them are my friends, and yeah, but it doesn't look good. I mean, they lost to they drew with Albania, and Leko lost. Not even the result itself, but what it really implies, you know, is very scary. It kind of feels like if they can't beat Albania, like, who are they going to beat? I mean, are they haunted by the ghost of Richard Rapport? Just because Rapport didn't play, they're going to, like, be toothless? I didn't expect that. Leko could possibly lose a game, and that's why he's there, you know? You don't have Leko on board 1 because he's going to, you know, mash 6 people and then draw the rest of the games. You have him because he's going to, like, beat 3 people and draw 8 or something, you know? I mean, it's insane that Leko could lose. He's not allowed to lose. That's why he's playing board 1. Anybody could lose on board 1, you know? It takes... takes special talent to be Leko, and he's not allowed to lose. Basically. So if Leko can play and lose on board 1, I mean, I've lost all hope for the Hungarian Olympic team. He's not allowed to lose a single game. That's the whole point. That's why he's there. This is a weird move. Okay, I'm letting him trade queens. I'll still be better. Bombus is here. What? Tell me honestly if you can. Do you even know how to play chess? Damn. What's happening? Do you even know how to play chess? Are they having some kind of fight, or am I in the middle of a war between Arsenal fan, or what's going on? Bombus lost against Arsenal, so he got mad or something? Just trying to guess what's going on here. Okay. I don't know. Normally I would find knight e4, but I'm getting toward martini time, you know, that 2 hour mark where my brain starts to get fuzzy. It looks like Bombus was trolling Arsenal fan. I don't know. But don't do that. Don't be mean to each other in the chat here. This is not an adult rated chat. This is not intended for mature audiences. We're not allowed to say bad things to each other. 94. Okay. The evil of hyper materialism. Bang. F4. Does this even work? Of course it works. If h6, g4, and I lose a pawn. Could he have just played h6? Like literally? And refuted all my preparations? No, it wasn't you, funny animator Jim. I meant Bombus was annihilating Arsenal fan with a mean comment. They're welcome to watch. We strongly recommend mature audiences watch. You won't be disappointed. Even though the stream is not intended for mature audiences, I think you'll enjoy. This is not pornography. Like, if you want to watch pornography, watch bullet chess. This is art. It's something completely different. You know, it's like a naked painting of a nude painting versus pornography. That's how I equate our time patrol versus bullet chess. Now Arsenal fan like literally can't move any of his pieces. This can't move, this can't move, and this can't move. Now this one has one square on c7. It actually has two squares back here. He's got into a bad way. It's possible that Bombus got under his skin or something. I don't know now. I think I distracted him. I'm like trolling my own channel. Yeah, Twitch has to stay. I hope the guy at least put the like intended for mature audiences on his stream. All right. But seriously, this will be our last game. It looks like it's going to count. Hopefully we maintain our lead. But he's getting out. He's getting out with knight a6. Hurry. Play for mate. Rook f8. No, this is too strong. His last hope, maybe, what? Where is the mate, by the way? Because I don't see a mate, actually. It's really irritating. I have to start taking pieces. Maybe I missed something better. You found that move. Anybody see a mate? I see one possible mate. Why is there no mate here? This isn't fair. Ah, that mate. That's a funny mate, but it's not mate either. Come on, guys. I only have 3 minutes to finish this. Where's the freaking mate? No, wait. There's got to be a mate somewhere. I didn't mean to play that even. I played the wrong move by accident. Luckily, he like did that anyway. He like mated himself voluntarily. No, it's not mate. Now it is. All right. Well, that was awkward. I did not see a mate. I don't think we're gonna have time to play another game, but I managed to take the tournament. Luckily, playing Scoble got unlucky to get paired with me right at the end twice. So Leiko had a winning position before he blundered his queen. Oh my god. But was it like really super complicated, Chess Ninja? I'll have to take a look after the stream. Was it like some pretty easy position, or was it like super complicated, you know, kind of thing? Rook takes g7 and rook f7 mate. There was knight takes e5. Fluke GM. That's the problem. I mean, literally, like, he plays knight takes e5 and he's forking g6 and f7. I'm going to play another game. This game was most likely not going to count for the tournament. Even if I were to berserk, the game wouldn't make the cut, probably. So we're just talking about the Chess Olympics briefly, and the fact that Hungary lost or drew a match with Albania because Leiko lost to Dervishi. I don't know why I played a6. Usually I play g6, but I guess we can do both. Seems a little weird. Very weird, actually. So Hosta Magohi from Albania, of all things. We're talking about Albania, and he's like from Albania. a6 is a bad move, my friends. I'm supposed to put my knight on a6 in these lines, but I already declared it was martini time. But alright, we might be able to make this work somehow. It's just a weird, super weird hedgehog. So Albania drew, he had a queen and rook. This is Leiko versus Dervishi. He had a queen for a rook and bishop, plus an attack, and walked his king into discovery. It was a little sharp, but still a huge blunder. Uncharacteristic. Very uncharacteristic for Petty. Now what do we do? I don't know, but this guy's got a new account. Has he been playing in the tournament, or did he just joined? Actually, I thought he was here for a while. This is the day when Albanians get the better of Hungarians. I'm a pseudo-Hungarian. And then, you know, the rest of the team scored 2 out of 3, which is pretty weak because their second board, I saw the list. I don't think the second board was even 2400. I swear, I thought I saw the list. The Albanian board 2 was like 2390 or something. But that's possible that was board 3. I don't remember. Probably they're young players, though, and very strong. I don't know, Arsenal. I would just block him and move on. People do stupid things. I don't think it's really worth getting yourself upset about it. You know, trolls are trolls. So we're already giving him too much attention. All right, I'll time him out if he ever says anything like that. Again, we're gonna have to look at other options for the behavioral problems. Dude thinks everybody's a computer, Arsenal. I mean, he makes me look like, you know, trusting soul. So I thought he was a computer actually for a long time. Ironically. But I decided to time him out, and hopefully he'll stop. Anyway, the stream's going to end just in a few minutes here. I have won the tournament. Scoble is second. Tolgiakin is third. Tolgiakin. Abendura says, hey, do you have a chess educational book recommendation for a second grader who loves chess? Oh, man, that's tough. A second grader. I don't know. I mean, I'm not really teaching a lot of kids, and the ones that I would teach would be really pretty advanced. It's hard for me to really think of what to recommend. Did I miss anything here? Takes, bishop takes, queen g3 check. Stupid idea. It's lucky that I'm still alive in this game. My opening was so super dubious. But he's playing really well. He's got a new account. He just barely made the cut. Chess for Tigers. Yeah, that's a good book. Midnight Rhino. Is Chess for Tigers too advanced? Probably not. It's a really bad hedgehog for me. It seems like I'm 7 tempi down or something. It's like the worst hedgehog in the world, I think. I just totally screwed up. The Chess for Tigers is Simon Webb, right? Yeah, my friend Yokanan Afek, he liked that book. But I mean, for the age, for the rating, there have to be like a million books out there. I don't know though, you know, that I can really personally recommend one. But this guy is this guy's really tough. He's not playing like an 1800. White is playing really well. You don't think there's many good kids books? I mean, there must be. I would assume there's like a million books out there. You just, like, the question is sorting through them. Is this guy really good, or is it my imagination? Just my stupid one move order mistake in the opening. I think I can afford to let him attack me a little bit here. We have Queen H4 check. This game doesn't count for the tournament, but I gotta finish. We have the obligation. This is my chance to win it for Hungary. Even though I don't play for the Hungarian Federation, I feel I'm like a brother. Because I played here so long, I'm so deeply Deeply entrenched in the Hungarian. This is the tiebreaker game for Hungary versus Albania, essentially. When are you leaving EU? So I'm going on October 16th back to the United States for 6 weeks. Well, knight takes e5 or pawn takes e5. Either way, he's like making a clearance sacrifice to try to play like knight e4. So maybe I have to take with the knight just to be able to chop things, chop knights off of e4. I definitely wasn't expecting a game this tough, you know, with very little time left in the tournament. So these guys here, a lot of people might be better suited to make a book recommendation. The recommendation of Chess for Tigers, I mean, that's not bad, for sure. This is a little risky, but I need to do something. Actually, this is a lot risky. This is probably just a bad move. Whoops. Now I'm lucky if I'm not lost. Whew, that's kind of a close one. So king h8. We might be able to win on time. I just screwed my whole position with... Ooh. Man, that's a lucky thing he doesn't have rook f3 here. Or rook d3. He has that. Well, if he plays that, I have rook d7. He played the wrong rook. Rook d3, and I guess I'm like resigning or something. I mean, I'm basically close to resigning. I was just very lucky. So probably he's winning with rook d3 instead of rook f3. I have rook d7 hanging on by a thread, but white is clearly better. Really good game by white, but this doesn't count for the tournament, luckily. Our tournament is over. Thank you guys. Simon Webb was the guy who killed his dad. Okay. Well, maybe Simon Webb was the dad. I don't know. There was some story about something like that, but I don't remember. Anyway, guys, tournament. I managed to finish first. Scoble had a good performance. Played really tough. Tolgakin was third with a perfect score. Morales, Tushar, Monkey Pushing Wood, Funny Animator Jim, Arsenal Fan, Zen Chess, and Cosmeron rounding out the top 10. We had 43 players. Thanks all you guys for playing. It was a good event. Not easy to win it, but I managed to get ahead of Scobell, who's he played a record number of games, I think. You probably make some money if you pick up a what? Are you talking about music? Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna be back tomorrow morning with Weird Wednesday. It's like Blitz with Blitz and Rapid Chess with unusual openings. It was Simon Webb himself, I guess. Yeah, that's what the guy's talking about. So anyway, Chess for Tigers. That was a recommendation for a book. I will see you guys later. Move 11. Thank you everybody for subscribing. Thanks Dim for the bit donation today, and getting on the leaderboard there. Let's get some more bit donations going on this week. Weird Wednesday tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Thank you guys so much for playing and hanging out with me. And I will see you in the morning. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you guys later. 10 a.m. Central European Summertime. Blitz and Rapid Chess with weird openings. Okay, bye-bye.